Good morning, I'm Adria.
And I'm Allie.
And this is Mountain Talk.
And the elk were out last night.
And, well, they were in our neighborhood this morning.
Yeah, well, 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
roughly. Well,
Yep.
I guess to me, that's still last night because I'm sleeping.
Well, I was
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
So it's morning.
Yeah, morning for you. I did good yesterday. Yesterday, I was like, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up and work. And so I did.
Mhm.
And I had coffee, and then I made the kids breakfast. And I was like, man, I wish I could do that all the time. But no, like, I don't want them to get used to that because then they expect it. So it's like once in a while. Just
every now and then.
But no, we were talking about it before that we started. It's pretty crazy what the elk sound like.
Mm-hmm.
You said they sound like what?
Those plastic tube thingies that kids used to have, and they blow in them and they make that funky noise. That's what it always sounds like to me. And you just think there should be such a more majestic noise that comes out of that animal, and there's just not.
More masculine.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing. I
Yeah.
mean, when I first moved up here, I went out with these kids and they're like, "We're gonna go bugling," and I'm like, "Okay, what's that?" And they're like, "We're gonna call for elk," and I'm like, "All right." And they started doing these things, and I was like, "How the hell is that gonna get an elk here?" And they're like, "That's what it sounds like." I'm like, "That's really creepy."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I wouldn't expect that, but nope, they were out there hollering at each other and that little straw sound. So anyway, it was pretty neat. But we're getting into the fall.
We are. I know some people tried to go look at fall colors this past weekend, and they said it's just a little too early. So probably not this weekend, but like the next weekend. So I think it's like the 8th. That weekend is probably going to be a good one to start going and looking.
That's why we got married on the 6th.
Was it?
Yeah, that was our anniversary.
Yeah.
Yep, 10-6. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made it through Fall Festival.
We did.
And it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to, I was at the parade. I got to announce the parade.
No, I was actually busy making corsage and boutonnieres.
Yeah, you're right. It was homecoming for both Sholo, and Blue Ridge.
Can we not do that again? Please?
It was crazy. I know. You know what? I honestly thought about calling the Morning Rose and like calling you guys and be like, "Hey, can you slide in a couple?" And I was like, "There's no way." If I didn't.
Oh yeah, no. We cut off orders on Wednesday, and there was
Lord.
a couple that slid in, but no, we cut off orders because and then we just didn't get as many flowers as we thought we were going to, and we had a problem with some of our flowers that didn't come.
Oh, that's hard. Well, that's supply chain. It's all screwed up and everything.
It is.
No, I was gonna call and like send a picture. But no, I was like, no, I get it. Both schools, there's no way. I just want you to know that I thought about you guys over there. So, and it didn't happen. So let's talk a little bit about what we got going on.
Yeah, so we have started to slow down because we had our last big weekend, but we do have some things coming up. On Thursday, September 29th through Saturday, October 1st at 9 a.m. is the 7th annual Willow Tree Market. And if you've never been to this, it's right next to the Cell One complex. There's a house right there, and they do it all in there, their yard and everything, so it's really cool. It's a really good one to go see.
Yeah, they've been doing it there for years.
Yeah, they have.
Years, which is pretty awesome. So Saturday, October 1st, the 26th annual tour of the White Mountains. So get out there and come see the White Mountains. Let's talk a little bit more about this tour of the White Mountains.
So it is a bike ride. It's an endurance and a fun ride. There's 2 different distances in the endurance and 2 in the fun ride. So
if you like to ride your bike,
it's put on by Tracks.
The Tracks that picks up and manages the
trails and everything.
That's awesome.
The one that does it. So yeah,
that's amazing.
If you're interested in, if you're a mountain biker or whatever, make sure you check that out because that should be fun for you. I'll stay at home. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I all the time I'm like, oh, man,
that just sounds like much
more exercise.
Ouch.
So, and then we have the Munich Haus, October 1st. What?
Yes, Oktoberfest is starting at the Munich Haus on October 1st, and they will go through, I think it's the following weekend they go through and do Oktoberfest. So it'll be a good place to go eat some food, hang out in their yard. They have a really beautiful yard.
Yeah, and the guy with the...
Yeah, they'll be doing some polka, I'm sure, so... Make sure you go check them out.
That would be nice. And then if you would like to adult after that, Friday, September 30th at 6 p.m., Autumn Nights with Scott Jefferson at the Old Pavilion in the Sholo Park, City Park. So
Scott Jeffers.
Oh, it's not the Jeffersons. Just kidding. Scott Jeffers. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'd hate for him to be watching and being like, they call me Jefferson.
I know. I suck at names. If you want to see how bad I suck at names, you should go and watch the Pine Top Lakeside Birdman Media and Mole Films did the whole Pine Top, the Fall Festival parade. Oh, yeah. I sucked. I couldn't even get Devin right. I'm just saying. So I'm sorry, Scott Jeffers. But if you want to go see Scott and tell him how bad I butchered his name, then why don't you go ahead down to the Willow Pavilion at the city park and enjoy it outside. That crisp air. I love it.
Yes.
See, this is my favorite time of the year. I like people. There's nothing better. Like there's nothing better than fall. There really is not. There's nothing better than fall. Just so you know, you can't argue it. There's nothing you can say. Like right now, it's just like, it's fresh, even though it's death. Isn't that weird?
I know. It's just it's the cold.
Maybe I'm like totally weird. The smell of death, you know.
Funny.
Sorry.
And then for upcoming events, on October 8th is a Color Fun Run and Walk, and this will be at the Woodland Park, and you'll go around the lake, and they will throw colors on you, and I believe it starts in the morning. So,
yes, and then there's also the St. Anthony's Golf Scramble right there. You can go and sign up October 7th. Check-in is 11:30 and 12:30 p.m. It's $150 a player. This goes to help them raise money for their school. It's a fantastic school, and they need bigger buildings so more kids can have access to it. So this would be great. So please get out there and see what you can do. If you can play golf and you want to play golf in the fall and the smell of crisp air death, then you get out there.
And then coming up October 14th to the 17th is the Willow Film Festival. So make sure you check that out. Look into buying your passes now so you can attend the whole weekend.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. And it is so neat to see the movies coming out. And some of them, the hard part is some of these movies, take tissue. Because some things that these people produce, you're just like, yeah. And then others are funny as heck, and you're laughing. I mean, it's really full of emotions, and you get to see these people. The cool thing is you get to, they do the interviews after with, the directors, the actresses, the actors, the productionists, and it's just really neat to be able to get in there and ask those questions and like, what were you thinking? One year, they had a video, and the guy's wife in the video died, and I just felt so bad, and I didn't know how to talk to him, and it was not real. His wife never died, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And he told me, and I was like, "Okay, you got me." So it's really quite an event.
To find out a lot more than you would normally find out about some movies. So
yeah, and get engaged in that. I mean, we've had, like we talked about it before, we had a movie produced up here. It gets you engaged in that type of community. It's pretty awesome. Let's bring in some people together, and we're going to be that area.
Yes,
we're beautiful. Might as well,
right?
Take a picture, take a video.
Well, that will do it for us this week. I'm Adria.
And I'm Allie.
And this is Mountain Talk.